So hello everyone, welcome back to Coding Made Easy, a place for the basic beginners. And today we'll be talking on JavaScript and we'll be taking the course of or teaching you about global variables or global constants. So stay tuned and enjoy the video. So here we are in our previous example, that's in our A code terminal. We created a function, we declared a variable. We declared three variables. We said message, x, y, and z, and we created a function called calculate one, and then wrote a code of we said let's console this, write this and then we created a function, and inside of our function we have this console.log, which is saying print this message which we declared earlier on our terminal. So there's something I quickly want to show us. Now this, we are still on function, we are still on function, but this is something to enable us learn this several stuff. So we are still on function. Right here, right now, we are explaining global constant, right? So let's say, for instance, let's run this. This is the code here. I won't change anything. All I did was to declare the variables inside of the functions. I just shifted it inside of the function. So to run this, everything is going to work. Remember, we said a function is a statement of code which is meant to perform a specific task or calculate a value when it is called or immediately invoked. So here we have our statement of code. We are declaring message and all that inside of the function and printing it inside our console. Now I want to create another function. Okay, I want to create another function, and I want to call this calculate 2. And in this case, I don't want to print the message. I want to print, for instance, look at what I want to do in function 1 to print what z is. So now console will get 5. So this right here is what I want to do in the second function. So let me get rid of it, or let me comment it, because it's not going to be executed. So if I'm to copy this and put it right here, then so this is what we have so far. We have the function 1 and we have the function 2. So I want to log out on my console what we have in z, what is z on our console using the function 2. And remember, it's not going to work because why? Yes, you got it. If you really got it right, we've not called on it to be executed. So to call on function 2, remember, you always have to call on it, specify the name of the function you want to call. In this case, function calculate 2, then open and closing bracket and a semicolon. So in this case, it's going to show an error. You see, what's the error? Z is not defined. But hold on a minute, how come? We've already defined z in here. So z, what is saying basically is saying that z, which is the value, the variable you want to log as, remember, is seeing it as a variable. Is seeing it as a variable, and it's telling you right now that z does not exist, that the variable z does not exist, that you've not created it and you're making use of it. But we've created it right here, and why isn't it showing me undefined? What's going on? But if I'm to learn, let me comment this, and let me run it in the function 1. See, when I now note, when I run this, when I wanted to console log this z in function 2, it was showing me what error undefined. But now I have it commented out. Let me run it on function 1 right now and see what will happen. It's going to show 5. It's going to work. So what is going on? Why is it working on function 1 and not working on function 2? Did I make any mistake? Taking a good look at the code, it seems to be fine. The This is where the knowledge of global constants comes in. So basically, we've declared a variable or this variable, but they are not available. We can't access them. The reason is because we declared this variable inside of a function. So what the concept here, this is one thing about function. When you declare a variable inside of a function, that function, that variable only belongs to that function. So that variable can only be used inside of that function and by that function. So every variable you declare in a function, a particular function, cannot be accessed by another function directly or the normal way. So we have this declared inside of this function. How can we now make use of it? Because in order for this to work now for function 2, I have to come over here and declare everything over again for it to work. Look, this is what I mean. If I have to comment this out now and copy exactly what we have here, then say this is my function 2, and then let's say so I hope you can see it clearly. So just for better view, so it's exactly the same thing. The only difference is the name. And right here I'm calling on both functions. So if I'm to run this right now, it's going to work. See, we have welcome to my website 5, welcome to my website 5. But this is not what I want. I can't just be declaring something over and over again. I want to make, what if I want to update this value? How can I do that? So this is where the knowledge of global constant comes in. So to fix this error, we need to declare this variable. In order for us to be able to access these values or these variables need to be declared globally. It needs to be available to us globally. How can we do that? All we have to do is to take all the variable we have here and declare them outside of the function. So right here, remember when it was inside of the function, it was declared only to the function. But if you have to declare it outside of a function, it's going to be declared to all. So right now you are declaring this function to every other function, every other stuff. So you can access this function anywhere you are. It is updated and it's going to be available to any other functions. So with this, let me now undo this. So just to a quick look at what we've done so far. So it's same as what we did before. So what we did was declare the function declare the variable out of the function. So we are no longer declaring the variable inside of the function, because when we did such, what we did it before, we could not access it by other functions. We could no longer access it outside of that function, so outside of that domain. So anything you declare in the functions domain can only be used within that domain, so you can't use it externally. So in order to use it externally, you have to declare these variables externally. So now you can make use of it wherever you are. So let me console log comment this out. So I want to, in my function 1 is going to print message which is welcome to my website, and function 2 is going to print z which is equal to 5. So for to run this, see, we get now welcome to my website and 5. So now it is working as it ought to. So this is about functions and global constant. This is about global constant. So with this said, I'll see you in the next video, which we are going to be talking about JavaScript being dynamic. So ensure to watch that video. It's very important. So, and one more thing, if you find this video interesting, Please don't forget to hit the notification bell and the subscribe button. It won't cost you anything. It's the least you can do to encourage us. So thank you very much. See you in the next video. Have a wonderful day.